A lot of people don't like to learn. Hence, they keep repeating mistakes they do. That same thing happens in trading. Then, many people like to do what they know only and what they think it is right. Sometimes the fact that you thought it's right does not mean it is right everywhere. For example, as we see here, don't worry, especially those who are actually starting, don't worry about all the mess up you are looking at. But I want to show you something. Yesterday, I wanted to trade gold, this particular asset. So I, one way or the other, got my entry somewhere here. I was expecting a sell somewhere here. Okay. Oh, it's not somewhere here. It actually somewhere here. Yep. So I felt it's right to enter a sell from there. Okay. So as I did that, market came all the way here. So I have to hold negative throughout the night. I have to be negative throughout the night, and then my stop loss was just a little bit above where price has reached. Okay, my stop loss was 2000.00. Okay, now we're going to look at what stop loss is along the line. But I want to tell you something about patience. So if it is a type of trader, hey, it's going close. So one way or the other, they will be, okay, let me close it. Then you close it, then it goes down, right? So even though I held from somewhere here up to this level, it still actually sells. So currently, that trade is in profit for me. Currently, that trade is in profit for me. It has given me my first take profit. But if you are not impatient, then you will exit in negative. Another point is, if you don't really know what you're doing, you also make a decision, and that decision will actually destruct your profit making and then give you losses. I'm not saying that if you are patient, if you have patience, you will always win trades. No. Some patience can actually make you lose trades as well. So it's a vice versa situation. All right. Now, a lot of people here been hearing about trading. Some say crypto trading, some say forex trading, others will say stock trading, others will say future trading. You hear a whole lot of things about trading. Okay, so when you are going to pay someone to learn trading, most of you will go and pay for, I want to learn crypto trading. Oh, I want to learn forex trading. A lot of 99% of people here will actually go for specific topic in trading. But I will go for, I want to learn trading. Why do I want to learn trading? It's every part of me is trading. All right. For instance, last month I want to buy a phone. So I plugged the internet, they gave me price. I go to the shopping mall, Accra Mall, they gave me price. I go to one major phone company, they gave me price. Because I'm a forex trader, I know there is going to be volatility in the market. The same phone that someone is selling 3,800, someone is selling 3,500, someone is selling 4,000, someone is selling it 3,300. Same phone, same quality. The reason why the price is different actually differs because, or happen because there is change in how they purchase it, where they purchase it, who supply them, the demand they have, always goes into trading. Okay. If you are a trader, like you understand trading, and you want to go to market, and go and buy probably okra. Okay. If you understand the concept of trading, you will know when there is a high demand and when there is no high demand. Now, when there is high demand, what happens? Price of the same okra will go up. Okay. Now, how will it go up? Okay, I am giving you 10 pieces of okra for 2 cedis. Then all of a sudden there is demand. So that same 2 cedis will give you maybe I'm selling it 8 pieces of okra for two cedis. Okay, there is a point women here will understand. There's a point that same okra will go for 5 pieces of okra for 2 cedis. So if you actually know trading, like the concept of trading, what actually rules trading, you will even know when to go to the market to buy goods. So it is going to be something that you apply throughout your journey. So don't go there and say, I want to learn forex trading. I want to learn crypto trading. I want to learn stock trading. Sometimes when you come to me and you want to learn stock trading, I'll teach you only stock. Tomorrow, when you want to trade currency, I'll teach you only currency. Before you realize, the concepts are almost the same. The concepts are almost the same, just few changes. Okay, so that is what I want to clarify. So that in case you are hearing a terminology, in case you're hearing something and you feel that, oh, this is not what I'm looking for, let me go and look elsewhere. I'm sorry, you're going to disappoint yourself. Okay, because there is a point in time, or there was point in time that BTC came, that's Bitcoin. I know a lot of you, almost everybody here will know about Bitcoin. There is a point in time where Bitcoin came. Then Bitcoin was useless. Why was it useless? It has nothing to be compared it to. Like, you can't compare it to anything. Okay, so when they give you 1 Bitcoin, it's 1 Bitcoin. So it will look like it doesn't have value. It starts gaining value when they pay it to US dollar. So comparatively, BTC and US dollar. That was the time barter trading was in existence. There was nothing really to compare all those things to. Okay. Now, when BTC came and they compared it to US dollar, it started gaining demand and then supply. Sometimes people need it. Sometimes people don't need it. Sometimes people need it. Sometimes high number of people need it. So it affects the price. That is demand and supply. All right. So let's leave that topic. Now, when you are telling me that, oh, I want to trade Bitcoin or I want to trade cryptocurrency, and you don't even know the genesis of how it got here, you are starting in the middle of the journey and you will crash along the line. Now, when you crash along the line, you get to that point where you have to come and do your corrections. And if you don't have that zeal, interest to do the correction, you will give up. Before you give up, people took over. Then by the time you get interested again, you realize that you are late. Okay, so that's the revolution of the world. And it's happening. A lot of people will be hearing about the NFTs and all those stuffs. And it makes like a whole new ball game. People are rushing into it and people are jumping into it. People are not doing calculation. The truth is that a lot of people will lose money because NFTs have been there since 2014. But to you, it's new, right? Just like email system came, they scam a lot of people. When computer system came, they scam a lot of people. Okay, blockchain came, mobile money came, they scam a lot of people. Blockchain came, cryptocurrency. At the time people start hearing forex trading, they scam a lot of people. So when you give yourself the room to actually understand historical data from one point to another, you can be able to correlate where the journey of life, finances, technology, robotic skills, artificial intelligence, browsing, internet, where they are going. And those contribute to trading. All right. Now, about 90% of traders failed in trading because the way they thought it is, that is not how trading is. Okay, so if you start trading and you thought it's A, rather it's B, you will fail. That is why a lot of people will go to the internet to look for information. Especially when you go to the internet, you'll see people saying a lot of things. Some people talk about indicators, people talk about brokers, people mention a lot of stuff, style of trading and stuff. But one thing you must understand is that the internet is not like a refuse dump that a lot of things are there that if you are not careful, you'll capture the wrong ones. Okay, when you capture the wrong ones, it's going to affect you. So if you want to look for information, give yourself that groundbreaking system, okay, with someone that can actually put you right on the road. Then you go to the internet and search for information. But a lot of content there are being copyrighted and are for only marketing purposes. There are a lot of things you hear about forex trading on the internet. When you apply it in real life, it's not true. Right? It is absolutely not true. Okay, so tie your belts and let's get going. Now, let me talk about Bitcoin. A lot of you have already have knowledge about cryptocurrencies. Before I go into my class, I always do a ritual for myself. I talk about what people like to hear more often sometimes, and speculations that does not really work. There are some speculations that you don't really work. You hear words like the cryptocurrency is crashing. You hear things like Bitcoin is crashing. And you'll be like, hey, I hold some. How will I do it? You know, it's always not true. Okay. Now, those who my previous class, that's February to March, we actually been looking at something like this for a very long time. And I want to say something before we continue. Okay, so what we talked about was how BTC has been moving for some time now. Okay, so you realize that it starts from here, it drops down, it goes up, it drops down, goes up, drops down, then some way somehow goes up. Okay, now many people are now looking to buy Bitcoin and hold, especially those who feel that BTC or Bitcoin is cryptocurrency. I want to correct the air that Bitcoin is not the only cryptocurrency in the world. We have over 18,000 cryptocurrencies in the world. Bitcoin is just one of them. For example, a lot of people don't know and hear about a currency called Kuwait dinar. And they don't even know that its exchange rate is higher than even the Great British Pound. Those in Ghana and Nigeria, we know, most people know about dollar, euro, and pounds. But there is a currency that has value than those ones. So don't actually blackmail yourself with just BTC. If you buy BTC from 22nd January, and let's say you're just holding it in your wallet, and you'll be making small profits here because you bought it at probably 33,482, and currently the price is 40,676. But that same price went as far as 48,144. All right, that same price went there. Now let's assume you bought it at 33,000 and you are holding it. Okay, people say it will go to 70,000 or 100,000. So I'm holding it. The truth of the matter is that somebody bought here and then come out here, it makes profit. Then somebody sold here and come out here, it makes profit. Somebody bought here, come out here, he makes profit. Somebody sold from here and come out here, he makes profit. Somebody buy from here and come out here, he makes profit. Someone sold from here and probably holding or come out here, makes profit. Which means that one way or the other, trading somehow is more profitable than holding, but don't get it twisted. Okay. For instance, a lot of people follow Elon Musk. Then he speaks, something happened. He talks, something happened. The truth is that maybe as he spoke or he made fun of Shiba Inu, that's the biggest meme coin that creates a lot of histories. We used for examples last year. Maybe at that point, he's bidding $1 billion on it. So as the price pushed up, he didn't have one of it, not even one. He might not even have one of it. But because he bid, and maybe market has pushed up like 10,000 pips. So 10,000 multiplied by 1 billion, you will see that is how much he will make. But a lot of people will say, oh, Elon, buy it. So I'm also buying it down. So you go and buy the coin itself and put in your wallet. One way or the other, it may go up and you are still expecting it to go up and keep going up and keep going up. You don't really know that it will not keep going up. It has to go up, come down, go up, come down, come to negative, do some things before moving up. You follow it like that. We call it macroeconomics or sentiment or fundamental analysis. Okay. So even if you want to buy a coin and hold, know some basics of trading, have some concepts of trading. For example, I bought few dollars in like physical dollar and put in my account back in 2018. And when you go to the what's the name? You go to the forex market and you see how much CDs were performing then per trader. You will be holding it till now and keep holding it because demand and supply is not really working. That is why if you are to be paid in dollar right now, you can actually live a good life in Ghana. Because if, let's say, they've been paying me $500 5 years ago in CDs, but in CD equivalent, it's appreciable. That's why those of you who buy USDT, even though it's a stable coin and you held it, you are actually trading, but you don't know. Because per demand and supply, it is gaining value. Those who bought it 2021 December, you bought it at 6.2, 6.5 thereabout. now is selling, is buying at somewhere 7.2, 7.5, 7.6. You are actually trading. If you go to CFA Togo and you do transaction, you are trading. Even if you go and buy team tomatoes, you have traded. Okay. So in December, I went to one woman, she sells provision. And I told her that, Mom, sardine will gain price very soon. Like the price of sardine will go up very soon. And she was like, why? I said, there is an information I heard from China about import and light problems there that will affect sardine. So if she has some spare money, she should get some for January, February, March, April. And what happened? Oba spaghetti was 3 cedis then. Now it is going for 4 cedi 50 pesos or 5 cedis. So imagine she was able to purchase more then because a forex trader or a trader advised her. What happened? She's making 50% extra of profit now because a trader can actually make money from all aspects as far as living is concerned. I have a friend who is a trader, my last example, who decided to go into farming. And what kind of farming does he go to? He goes to the villages. He went actually last year, April, after Easter. Those days, because of the COVID, there was no Easter, but after Easter. So he bought palm oil barrels. He bought it at 80 cedis a barrel, some 70, some 100 cedis. So he bought few quantities and stored it down. Then he was like, Mark, the price is shot up in December. I was like, which indicator did you use? Because it is not on the first market. But lo and behold, in December, the price shot up. So he actually scanned his indicator and looked at the demand that will push in the market and was like, I will hold it again till next year, April. And as at now, it is going for almost 250 to 300 Ghana cedis a barrel. So subtract 80 from 300, you will get 220. So if he purchased 1,000 barrels, how much profit is it making? Trading has gone there. Okay. So don't always just go to one side of the game. Be in the game, understand the rules, apply the rules at certain places. I have a friend who bought a HP printer 2019 and he stored it down in a big warehouse. Nobody knows why. He just stored it down. And recently, there was shortage of HP printers due to COVID. He exported those same printers from Ghana to Dubai because he understands demand and supply. Okay, so that is trading. Now, why and how do 90% of people fail in trading? They lack information. They are not ready to look for it. They are impatient. They feel like if I didn't make it now, I'm going to lose. I'm losing the opportunity. So instead of they having just 2 days and get a skill, then the third day, they go into the market. They will rush and lose before going to the market. So if you're not careful, your interest will go down. So you must be ready to look for information. Okay? You must be ready to look for information. Now, a lot of people ask questions like, is trading gambling or a scam? No. Trading is not gambling. Neither trading is a scam. Gambling is anything or any game that goes with time or has an expiration of time. Example is football. After 90 minutes, that's the end. But in trading, it goes and goes. You can hold a trade for a whole year, 2 years, 3 years. It's just something that happens when you hold it. We call it swap. When we go into learning, we're going to look at that. What is swap? Okay. Then, the aspect of trading that can be considered as gambling is when you refuse to follow the rules. So as a trader, we follow rules. And rule number one is understanding the concept of the market and applying risk management. I meet people who will tell me, oh, trading is risky. Yes, it is risky. But trading is not risky than any other thing. Every other thing is riskier than trading. Why? Because we are going to, or you are taught how to avoid or limit or minimize or experience none of those risks. Okay, so once you learn, you are a step away from the risk. The aspect of trading again that is considered as gambling is the get rich quick scheme mindset. I want to make 100% of my capital in 2 days. The probability is that you can lose 100% of your capital in 2 days. But if you want to make 100% of your capital in 90 days, the probability of you losing 100% of your capital in 100 days is 0. You can never lose 100% of your capital in 100 days. But there is also a strategy. You can triple, double your equity in 90 days. And that is what kind of approach are you going to use in trading? Are you going with simple interest? Are you going with compound interest? What strategy, what percentage? Are you going by percentage? I actually go by percentage wise. Take 1%. Tomorrow I look for 1.5%. Then rolling percentage and all this. So we're going to look at that when we get to risk management. I will spend a lot of time on risk management because we all have ways to actually get what we call signals, right? Everybody has almost a source of getting. I have a free app on my phone that they give accurate signals. How much do I pay? 30 cedis. Then it's unlimited. 30 cedis. That's like less than $5 now. Just 30 cedis for free signal. So what do you actually need to learn about trading is how to manage risk. Okay, after you learn how to manage risk, you're going to learn how to manage your money. A lot of traders don't know how to manage money. So they are able to grow $100 to $10,000. Then they lose the $10,000 the next day. I experienced that with a lot of people. And they go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and stuff like that. Now, trading is not a scam. If trading is a scam, then I should have lose everything by now. Okay. Now, the aspect of trading that is also considered as scam is when you use scam brokers. We are going to look at brokers and type of brokers. And we have different types of scam brokers. Some of them you will trade and take your money. Okay, so I don't really use new brokers too much. My first broker, my top broker is 19-year-old. The second top broker is 21-year-old. The third one is 11-year-old. Many people use brokers that are new, and they give a lot of pressure on you to before you're able to withdraw your money. What sense does it make that you make money and you cannot withdraw that money? Okay, so follow those who know the road for some time before you start doing your own thing. Okay, so we recommend brokers. Okay, and I mostly have special offers for those who go with my recommended brokers as well. But one way or the other, you are helping me, I'm going to help you. And then once you are in the industry and you want to do it alone, you want to go solo, sometimes you fail. Because you want to go solo, you want to do everything by yourself. For instance, we have 20 people here, excluding myself, 19 people. These 19 people can become one. Okay, and I was okay. Someone is here called Ami, somebody is here called Clara, somebody is here called Clean Heart, somebody is here called Darius. Now, say okay, those 5 people I mentioned, I want to look at euro, US dollar. That's for me. Clara says, okay, I want to look at Bitcoin and US dollar. Then Clean has said, okay, I want to look at gold. Darius said, I want to look at silver. Another person said, I want to look at oil. Now, when those 5 people become one, what they do is that at the end of each day, there is 5 signals circulating, which means that Amit takes time to look into euro, US dollar, to understand the dynamics, how it moves, how it do it things, and blah, blah, blah. But in case you want to go solo, for instance, a lot of people like going solo. Actually, I don't like going solo. Okay. So what you do is that today you open, like, we have over 1,200 assets you can trade in the forex market. And then in crypto market, we have over 2,000, a whole lot of assets. Now, when you are looking at, let's say today, 1 minute you look at gold, tomorrow you look at, the next minute you are looking at, what's the name? Charlie, gold is my fan. BTC USD. The next one you are looking at Ripple. The next one you are looking at Ethereum. You may end up not really focusing on yourself and the asset. Making money from forex does not really mean you have to trade everything. You can master one thing, understand how it moves, how it operates, the secret, the consolidation, all those terms. Then, after you master it, you know when it is buying. When it is buying, you are making money. You know when it is selling. When it is selling, you are making money. So, in currency, I focus on gold, even though I know how to analyze other assets. If I want to add any other assets, I go for Great British Pound and US dollar. If I want to go an extra mile, I add Great British Pound, Japanese yen. I have a reason for that. So when you want to partner with me right now and become like we trade together, I am going to teach you 2 extra assets that I am not looking at. So you master that one, which means that when the 2 of us come together, we can break the market. Okay. So sometimes don't try to go solo. Okay. Let's try to unite for some time. Let's build team together, be in a community. That is the secret of South Africans. Okay. Ghanaians, Nigerians, majority of us are Ghanaians and Nigerians. Once they know it, they want to hide. If you want them to teach you, then they say bring money. Right? Then we are not growing. We can attest to the fact that we are not growing. And it's affecting the economy. Why is it affecting the economy? Money is rotating in the country. Okay? Life will become difficult. But if we partner, okay, we come together, we understand consensus, we have agreement, and then 22 people here come together and they are trading. Truthfully, you will go and buy something somewhere that you will not even ask of change. You have added value to the economy. We can stabilize the CD. because we are bringing the money into the country. So we'll be better than our politicians at the end of the day. All right. So that is all the noise I will tell you. I call it noise because some of you will not be actually looking at that. Okay. Now, how do you understand risk? Understanding risk comes with experience. How do you get experience? You try it. So somebody will say, how do you know trading is risky? You said, I have tried it before. Like I was there. I practiced it. So how do you make the money? I understand the risk. So I apply knowledge to the risk. All right. Now, what are the three things you need to become a successful trader? Number one is time. And we all know that time is money. Number two is patience. So trading is 10% buying, 10% selling, and then 80% is waiting. Now, all those ones gives you 100%, but based on my teaching and my application of skill, all those one becomes just 20% of trading. Risk management, drawing a trading plan, understanding risk to reward ratio, and managing money is the 80% that covers patience. When you understand those things, you can grow in a sequential way. You will grow from the beginning, it will not be rosy, it will be up and down, then it gets to a point that it becomes steady. You start growing steadily. Okay, then you must understand financial principles. All right, you need to understand financial principle. All right, so that's more or less like introduction. Tomorrow, Wednesday, you will not hear the same thing again. Now, what is trading? All right, let me not make it forex trading. What is trading? In a simple term, is buying and selling. But the confusion aspect is that whilst something one is buying, the other is selling. That is why we deal with what we call currency pairs when it comes to trading. We have what we call currency pairs. Now, if you want to say, I want to trade crypto, like there are some people in the world, they don't want to even hear anything forex. But the crypto is a currency and they trade against each other. Right? So let me talk about currency pairs. So we have US dollar, the most common tradable asset. We have US dollar and euro. We have US dollar and euro. Then we have BTC, another common one in the other side of the world, US dollar. Then we have BTC again. Before then, this was not available. And USDT. Okay. Have Euro US dollar, which is a type we're going to look at. They have BTC US dollar. We're also going to look at that. And we have BTC USDT. Now, this one is currency. So you find it in the financial market only. Financial market only. All right. Then this is cryptocurrency and US dollar. Bitcoin and US dollar is cryptocurrency and US dollar. So you find these in the hybrid market. Okay. You find this in the hybrid market. Then, what is hybrid market? Anything hybrid is more or less like coming from one place and then another place, and then they are building a relationship between them. Okay, so in vehicle, we have hybrid cars, plenty in Ghana, plenty in Nigeria. For instance, all those who drive Toyota Beats is actually a hybrid car because the parts are from other places. Even in the world we live, we are hybrid because we come from a man coming together with a woman and they produce me. So I'm actually hybrid, right? Even though the Euro USD, Euro is from another continent, US dollar, it is hybrid. But in the section of trading, they live in the environment called currency. So at this point, we see Forex, right? At this point, what do we see? We still see Forex, but it's actually hybrid, right? So in the beginning, people we call brokers accepting or adopting it slow but sure, like adopting it small before it became reality. Okay. Then BTC US dollar is a crypto asset. They are all cryptos, right? Because they all go through encryption techniques and they run blockchain and they are invisible. Crypto actually means invisible or encryption, right? So if you are actually reading about crypto, you'll see something invisible. It is actually invisible. You don't feel it. You don't touch it, right? You only see with your eye. Okay. And then crypto also means encryption. Now, if you go out there, I want to explain crypto to someone, tell the person encryption. What is encryption? Security, secured. Once the person starts hearing things like that, the person will easily correlate with you to understand the concept of cryptocurrency. Right? You won't talk plenty. All right. Now, these are three different things. But what I want you to understand is that when we take euro and US dollar, something is there. Okay. So the euro, all the first ones, we call them the base currency. Okay. The base. So this is also base, this is also base. Then the second ones are called the quote currencies. All right. So if we say BTC USD is 41,000. What does it mean? How do you interpret it? Means that one BTC is equal to 41,000 US dollars. So when you take 41,000 US dollars, you get one BTC. Same applies here. When you take 41,000 USDT, it gives you one BTC. So when we say BTC is buying, it means that the base has power over the quote currency. So currently, BTC has been buying. It means that the base, which is BTC, has power over the quote USDT or USD. All right? That is it. Simple like that. Or the base, the quote is weaker against the base. All right? But when BTC USDT or USD is selling, it means that the base is weaker against the quote. The quote is greater. The quote is now a giant. All right, it's not a giant. Same as Euro USD. So when they give you a quote, like they give you a price for Euro USD, it means that 1 euro is equivalent to the value attached to it of USD. Okay, and these are things that are traded in the market. These are things we trade in the market. So when it comes to trading, these are things that you'll see. All right, so we have a major currency pairs, we have the minor currency pairs, then we have the exotic or cross currency crosses. All right, so the exotic can also be called minor. Okay, then we have the cross currency. For instance, if one way or the other, Ghana currency find its way into the forex market, okay, either a major currency or a minor currency will now come and cross it. You know, one of example is South African currency trading against US dollar and stuff like that. Okay, so those are the types of currency. But in crypto, it's cryptos. I don't really know, but along the line, maybe we'll be hearing types of cryptocurrency pairs. Okay, along the line, we'll be hearing types of crypto. Now, how do you trade? How do you trade? One, you need tools to help you trade. You need tools to help you trade. Now, one of the tools we need is our computer or phone. So that's one. The next tool we need is internet. And the next tool we need is a software called the chatting software. That's the type. But commonly, you hear things like MetaTrader. So MetaTrader is a tool. We have two types of MetaTrader. We have the 5, the 4, and the 5. I'm going to show you the 4 and the 5. All right. We have the MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5. Now, what you see on the screen is a type of charting software, and it is called TradingView. Okay, so mostly from the beginning stage, we teach you MetaTrader, and then when you are growing, you will now look for other tools that can enhance your work. So, for instance, I begin to love TradingView this year, from the beginning of this year, when I actually get some advanced features, but it's not free, so you have to pay. I think $16 to $19 to $20 a month. Okay, so before you actually go here, please start making some profit. Let it become consistent. All right, then you can actually get this. We have other trading chatting softwares. Now, those are the tools. Then you need a mediator. Okay, so MetaTrader platform or TradingView platform actually work with what we call brokers. Okay, so brokers. Now, who are brokers? In real life, we have insurance brokers. That's mostly one example we'll give. The insurance brokers are intermediary between you and probably your national insurance service or whatever they call it. I'm not really that's not my field actually. But let me now bring you to agents. Okay, so clearing agents. If you order for a product and it comes and you want to clear the product, someone knows the system and then act between you and custom or the ports and make sure your goods are cleared for you. Then you pay the person the service. You may be able to clear yourself, but you can imagine the frustration. It's like a clearing agents, that's their work. So they master it. Someone previously asked me before, can I trade without a broker? And I was like, oh, yes, you can. It means that you need a lot of money, like plenty money. That means you are becoming your own broker. That is how the system is designed. Okay. So you can trade without a broker if you have plenty money to go and then become your own broker. All right. Now, when you are connected to a broker, we have types. Okay, we have a broker that is called dealing desk broker. Okay. So DD. When I say DD, I'm talking about dealing desk broker. All right. Then we have no dealing desk brokers. Now, when you go to the internet, you might get two types of broker. Right. So that's one advantage when you actually go deep, right? So dealing desk brokers and then no dealing desk brokers. Then we have no dealing desk, um, no dealing desk, straight through processing brokers, right? So someone like, what's all this? Okay, I loved it when it comes to the name like this. So in short, we say NDD, no dealing desk, STP brokers. Commonly, when you go to the internet, you will see it as ECN brokers, but that's not all. Then we have no dealing desk, ECN brokers. Now, ECN means electronic communication network. Okay, electronic communication network. Now, does it mean when you are dealing with dealing desk brokers? Yes, they are still on the electronic communication. Okay, so you can add the electronic communication to all, which means that when you go and look for ECN brokers, you are just saying electronic communication network. That's where we are now, right? But actually, what type of electronic communication broker are you looking for? Are you looking for the dealing desk, no dealing desk, or no dealing desk, straight through processing? Now, the straight through processing, what they do is this. They connect you raw to the market, to the forex market. Okay, so you trade like the banks, you see what the banks are seeing, you see live chat, live data, all right? They present all those information to you live. They present all those information to you live. But desk, they actually have a negotiating table. So if maybe the forex market is reading at 4.1, maybe they are giving it to you at 4.111. When we actually come to ask price and bid price, you understand. Okay. Crypto, the same. Some of the brokers, they connect you to the live data. Some of them, they add few cents. So when you trade, that few cents comes to them. All right, so we have the raw charts, the raw data. So I actually deal with the raw data and the no dealing desk, but I don't deal with dealing desk. The dealing desk, they actually have what we call a virtual platform. And that virtual platform, they filter the orders, like they filter everything. So the information they actually give you does not really match with the information in the main trading market. The reason is that when you lose, they will pay you. When you gain, they will pay you. Sorry, when you lose, they will get the money. When you gain, they will pay you. So whatever they can do to make more money from you is what they will do to you. So if you are looking for a broker, no dealing desk is Now, the chart they will give you will not be the same as the chart others are seeing. So maybe you are going to buy, you claim you buy at maybe 9, but actually that 9, people actually see it as 6. So you see people who enter the same trade with you, the same time, the same price. But at the end of the day, they will be making like $20 and you are making $5. Your broker has actually over milk you. So they are the other side, they are making the money. Now, crypto is becoming common. A lot of people are jumping into it, and these are common. There are some trading platforms that you can't even withdraw. So personally, I don't really trade on brokers that are not ranked 7.0 and above. All right. So if you want to trade, the brokers or your success actually is in the hand of the broker. Now, let me use a typical example. A lot of people you bet, many people bet this, not a lot of people. Okay. Then some people also play lottery. So what happened is that in lottery, we have those who write on paper. Okay. Then we have those who have a POS machine that whatever they come that they write for you, you can walk to the bank and take the money. Okay. So dealing desk brokers, one way or the other, are one part like that. Now, no dealing desk brokers, they only make money from the differences they charge you. Now, when you go to the bank, you see something like buying price and then selling price. Okay, so let me use an example. I want to exchange Ghana cedis. I want to buy and sell Ghana cedis. So they quote the price as so $1 is equivalent to 7.65. And they said this is for selling. Sorry, this is for buying from them. Okay. Then they have a, let's say 7 point, let's say 55. Selling. Right. Let me do well. Okay, so they're selling at this price and then they're buying at this price. Okay. So the difference between the two equals the spread. So someone should help me calculate that. Put it in the chat box. The difference between 7.65 and 7.55 gives you the spread. So no dealing desk brokers, that is what they make. They make money from the spread for themselves. But no dealing desk STP brokers, they actually make money from commission. They actually make money from commission because the spread goes to the forex market because you are receiving live data from the forex market. So they only charge you service charge, which is commission. So it's like the spreads are mostly smaller and they will charge you commission. Okay, so that is for the brokers. So always make sure that you deal with the right broker. All right. Now, when you also go in, we have what we call retail traders, and from retail traders, you hear something like hedge funds, the banks, and stuff like that. Okay, the spread is 0.1. Actually, Mr. George, thank you. So if you go to the bank and the bank sell $10,000 for you. $10,000 for you at 7.65. And then someone else come and buy it 7.55. Then the bank is making a profit of 0.1 times 10,000. Now, at the end of the day, probably they don't have any money at hand, but they make profit. Now, how much is that? How much is that? So I think that'll be 100 or 1,000. Okay, so it means that the bank is making 1,000 CDs. The bank is making 1,000 CDs because $1 gives them a spread of 0.1 CDs. So multiply by $10,000, give them spread. Now let me give you guys a call so that you can start making money even before you start the real work. So sometimes I'll be there and someone will call me and say, Mark, I need Bitcoin. I say, okay. Then I'll go and look for people who sell Bitcoin. And I'll set a negotiation table. So if I'm getting 0.001, and the person wants to actually buy 10,000, I'm making 100 cities. By the end of the day, I don't have Bitcoin, neither do I have money. So once the person paid, I subtracted 0.001 times 1,000 or 10,000 and give the buyer, the seller, his money. So being a medium of exchange actually gives people money. Being a medium of exchange actually gives you more money one way or the other. And it is called trading. What kind of trading is that? It is called spread trading. That's what we call spread trading. You are making money from the spread multiplied by the total quantity of currency the person purchased. That is where insurance brokers make money. So for instance, sending money from Ghana to Nigeria somehow it's not really a smooth way. Okay. So somebody will call me, Mark, can you help me send money to Nigeria? I'll say yes. Then I'll go to the platforms that are available. Probably the person will give me an official rate. I want to send 100,000 naira and it's going with so and so CDs or so and so dollars. So I'll go to the internet, do some calculation and see which of the system, even if I'm going to use the bank, maybe Zenith Bank, Access Bank, Fidelity Bank, Stanbic Bank, all the banks, I would quickly check their exchange rate and see the spread benefit for the transaction. And sometimes you can even make 1,000 CDs from a transaction based on the quantum of the money. So all these are now opportunity in the trading industry because people are actually rotating money every single minute. Right? So that is where your broker actually make money from. So people will go with, my broker doesn't want me to be rich. Please. And please, apart from dealing desk brokers, all other brokers want you to be in business. Because the more you trade, the more you buy, the more the spread they are getting, the more they are making the money. So why won't you be patient enough? Okay, why won't you be patient enough and then make sure you always win trade? Then your broker is in business, then you are also in business. Okay, that is the logic. So real brokers like no dealing desk, STP brokers, and then no dealing desk brokers, they actually does not have time to manipulate you. Manipulation in trading is actually something technical. I am aware of it. Okay. And I'm going to teach you the same thing. Is movement of price that actually market makers have power over. Those who have the big money, the Morgans, the Rockefellers, those big banks, they have power over that, not your broker. Okay. So one negative thought I will take from your mind before you start trading is the broker is manipulating the market against me. That's one negative I want you to take off your mind. Any trader that lose money is due to the trader's mistake, not the broker's mistake. But most traders actually give you tons of my laptop failed, my network went out, and all those stuff before they lost the trade. So take off that negative from mind that your broker manipulated the trade against you. All right, so we're going to look into MetaTrader. We have less than 15 minutes to go. Let me just do a quick introduction to MetaTrader, which is a tool we are going to use in the journey. All right. So let me switch to MetaTrader. Let me give you a clean background. All right. So this is MetaTrader 4. Okay. And it is connected to a Hot Forest account with account number this and the broker name this with a server 6 running under HF Market South Africa Limited. So when you start trading, first is your broker. Sorry, let me use this color. First is your broker, then your account number, then the type of server you are using. So this is a live account, the type of server you are using, and then the domain of that server. And the last thing you see is the assets you are trading. So this is BTC USD, Bitcoin US dollar. In real cases, you will see three alphabets that generates the name of the asset. So BTC is Bitcoin, USD is US dollar. Then the last thing you see is the time frame you are on. The time frame. So what we're currently seeing is BTC USD M5. That's 5-minute time frame. M5. That's 5-minute time frame. What is a time frame? Time frame. Let me not give you definition. Let me give you explanation. Time frame actually gives you the detail of how market or price behave within a specific time. So when you are on 1-minute time frame, it means that what's happened within 1 minute is represented or presented to you. If you're on 15 minutes, it means that whatever happened on 1 minute 15 times is presented to you in one period. Now, it also gives you the overview of the market. So the decision someone is going to make on a 1-minute time frame is different from the decision somebody will make on 5-minute time frame, is different from 15-minute time frame, 30-minute time frame, 1-hour time frame, 4-hour time frame, daily time frame, weekly time frame, and monthly time frame. Now, when you go to MetaTrader 5, you will see 1 minute, 3 minutes, 6 minutes, 5 minutes. You see inter-time frames. But on MetaTrader 4, it's static. 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, weekly, and monthly. All right. So let's see. Now, when we're looking at this asset, this is a BTC US dollar on the 5-minute time frame. So on 5-minute time frame, a lot of people will be seeing a sell because we assume we have something. We'll look at that. But a lot of people will be looking at sell. But when you go to 15 minutes, you realize that they may also be looking at sell. When you go to 30 minutes, they will be looking at market is consolidating or ranging. We'll look at that terminologies along the line. They will say market is ranging and thinking to buy as well. If you go to 1 hour time frame, it's actually going to buy. So somebody on 1 hour time frame will be seeing a potential buy. But somebody on 5-minute time frame is looking at a potential sell. But maybe they might scalp. We have types of trading. We're going to look at that as well. Maybe they might do something short and make some small money. So sometimes when a signal is given or you generated a signal, maybe you do your analysis on 4 hours and you see a buy. Then some people who did a decision on 1 minute, 5 minutes, they give in a sell. Please trust your analysis. But what made you project that is different from what made them also do what they are doing. All right. Now, when you go to 4 hour time frame, you realize that the chart is becoming squeezing. So all those who are on 4 hour time frame will be having a reason to buy BTC. All right. You're having a reason to buy BTC. So probably if it will sell short and keep buying. Then those on daily time frame, you also have we seen a buy. So daily time frame, I will see something I call trend line. We call trend line in trading. We're going to look at that. So if you're looking at the daily time frame, the probability of BTC will buy is higher. Then we have the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame will also be seen a buy. So we are going to look at a topic, or we are going technically, called multiple time frame analysis. Correlation between the time frames to make the right decision. So those who are looking at weekly time frame, their decision they will make is different. Now, one thing I want to tell you that do not trade on 1 minute time frame. For now, as a beginner, I can somehow trade on 1 minute time frame because there are certain rules that I will apply. But for now, please stay at 15 minutes. Like learn on 15 minutes, trade on 15 minutes, do analysis on daily time frame, 4 hour time frame. Then look for your entries on 1 hour or 15-minute time frame for now until you get there. All right. So on the charts, on the platform, sorry, it is called MetaTrader Terminal. Sorry, on the terminal, we have a market watch here. This whole region is a market watch. That's why you see all the assets. Okay, all the assets that the broker supports. So if you are using Binance, if you are trading on Binance, that's crypto, there are assets you see that you won't see on blockchain. And there are assets you see on blockchain, you won't see it on Coinbase. There are assets you see, you won't see it on Exodus. You'll not see it on FinexBox. You'll not see it on L Bank. You'll not see it on Polonie's. That's why sometimes you see people using different types of exchanges or brokers. Or maybe the asset I want to trade, maybe I want to trade iCommerce with US dollar. It's not on any of the brokers apart from FinexBox. So I will have to go and open that account and trade it. All right. Now, this section on MetaTrader, is Navigator. where you see your account information, right? You see your account information together with the broker information, then indicators. Okay, we have indicators. People don't believe indicators. I use indicators, and when we get there, I'll actually tell you why they don't believe indicators and why they felt it's not good. Right. So whatever account you have, your demo, your live, if you have 20 lives account under that same broker, you see all under navigator. Right. So at this particular place, you see trade. Okay, where you see your account balance, your margin, and all those stuff. And when a trade is running, you actually see it all over here as well, right? You see it all over here as well. Then we have exposure, account history. So if you even give your account to someone they are trading for you, you should be able to see the history. You also have to see your history so that you know how trading has been. Okay, then we have other things that you can actually see once you explore. Then we have, when you right click on the terminal, we have some shortcuts of things you can see on the menu, right? So you have the zoom in, grid. Grid is like you see all these square white lines on the chart. It's actually used to calculate pipettes. When we are actually going to terminologies, we'll look at pips and all those lot size, stop loss, and all those terminologies. So the grid is used to calculate pipettes. The smaller pips or the smaller ranges between a price and other stuff on the market chart. All right, so in right here, you see all those stuff, including time frames. So when you right click, you see time frames. So you change your time frame by right clicking. All right, now, when you open the chart, it always looks like this on default. It always looks like this on default. So if you don't like it this way, you can actually change it. We are going to look at that as well. Then we'll also be looking at the Binance back office as well. Look at Binance back office as well. So we're going to look at all this. So it's more or less like a hybrid information that we are going to take along until we master and we can make money for ourselves. So this is today's class, and I believe you pick something that you take home. All right, so let me just say something quickly. See, the same thing, we have the time frame, but on Binance this time. So we have the 15 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, weekly. And then you can see the breakdown intervals as well. 3 days, 6 hours. So those trading on MetaTrader 5, you see something like you are seeing on Binance on time frames. You have the smaller interval as well, right? So that's it for now. If you have any question, you drop it in the chat box. I will address it, or you can raise up your hand. I will unmute you and you ask your question.